I was supposed to go in order in the way that the master introduced everybody in the movie, but yeah, I messed up with the goddamn toad guy. But yeah, let's talk about the centipede. The centipede, yeah, as I was saying before, he wasn't very, it's like out of the Venoms, he was like one of the weak ones. Like both of the villains were quite weak actually. But anyway, let's he was quite weak. And the thing about the centipede guy is that he was supposed to be like mad fast. That's his main thing. Is fast. But like when he's fighting, everybody's keeping up with his movements. When he's fighting the toe guy, he can't. He's doing all these. He's working hard. He's doing all these fast things. But the toe guy's doing sluggish defensive moves, and he's doing it. He's blocking everything he's doing. So it would have been a little bit better if they made the centipede be able to hit you a bit more. Like when Spider-Man was fighting Hulk, it should have been like that, where Spider-Man's, you know, Spider-Man's whooping the Hulk a lot. Hulk can't catch him. That's what should have been happening with the centipede. He should have been on some next level speed. The guy concentrated. I don't know if you guys watched that film, but we're gonna review Charlie Prince later on. But yeah, with Charlie Prince, my man, he was just too fast, and he told the teacher was, "Hey, why can't I hit you?" He said, "I'm just too fast." Simple things, man. Simple things. I'm too fast, and that's what the centipede should have been. He should have been like on that too fast thing. You get me? People should have been a lot more scared of that guy. Like, hey, that guy's fast. Jesus Christ, what are we gonna do? But that wasn't the case. All the fast moves, it was all like a show. He'd do a little at the beginning, but then when it comes to the fighting, he wouldn't really implement it in the fight. You get me? Like even in Drunken Master, I'm saying all these goddamn films are gonna be reviewing, but anyway, we're gonna talk about them. Even in Drunken Master, my man did the whole shadow in his hand technique, and my man used it. It's like people couldn't catch up. People couldn't keep up with him. So I wanted to see more of that with the centipede. Him and the snake guy were a bit crazy, man. Them guys was just going around killing people for no reason and stuff, and shoving things down people's throats and doing all sorts of madness. But yeah, them two were a good team up actually, to be honest. Yeah, so the centipede, he was alright. He was alright. Out of all of them, I feel he was like the dumbest out of them as well. There's a few things in the movie I was like, hey, what's going on? Like he's like that dumb henchman. The way they're talking to him, some of the people were being a bit disrespectful. Even the snake guy was being at times in the movie he was being a bit disrespectful. And and when the scorpion guy dies at the end, because before the scorpion guy dies, the, the centipede is like looking for the map. He's like, "Where's the map?" He's telling the scorpion guy, "Where's the map?" And the map's just on in at the end of the movie. The lizard guy just looks in his pocket and takes out the map. This is crazy. It's like that. That's what made me think. Hey, maybe the centipede guy wasn't too bright, and there was a few other bits where the centipede wasn't too bright, where the scorpion guy was just like, "Hey, you help me fight, now split the money." You can clearly see that guy is not gonna split no goddamn money with anybody, but his dumb ass went and helped him anyway. Well, guess what happened? They both died. So that's what's going on with that. But yeah, let's move on to the next character. Let's talk about the snake guy. So the snake guy, what can I say about the snake guy? Well, out of them, I definitely think the snake guy was the smartest of them all, because he already knew what time it was. Like I said earlier with the toad, he knew what time it was, who's too strong for him, and who he can be and who he can't be. He knew when to fight and when not to fight, when to stay in the shadows and when to switch sides, and then when to say, you know what, F it, I'm done with this. We both gonna die. That's why, that's what the snake did. For some reason, the snake doesn't get much love, because when people say five Venoms in movies, they ain't talking about him. They're talking about all the other characters, and the guy who's not even a proper Venom. We're gonna talk about him later on as well, but they ain't talking about the snake guy for some reason. But yeah, his style was a bit weak, to be honest. When he was fighting Yang, the last of the master student, he couldn't kick that guy. Couldn't get that guy at all, man. The guy couldn't get that guy. And when he was fighting the toe guy after he went through all this stuff, he only won because of the scorpion jumping in. So it seems to me like both of the main villains were the weakest out of all of the characters. So that's how it went. But yeah, we ain't gonna talk too much about the snake because he was out of all of them my least favorite character, and some of the stuff we've already covered when I talked about the toad. So yeah, we gonna move on to the lizard. All right, so the lizard. Oh, sucky now. My main man, Philip Quat. Now, the lizard, you know, I like the lizard in this movie, but other than what he did with the toad guy, I don't know if I can forgive him for what he did with the toad guy. Because the toad guy, I hate to go over the same stuff, but hey, the toad guy trusted him, man. He trusted him nicely, man. He was like, hey, guards were like, hey, we're gonna take you to court. Toad guy was like, hell no, I ain't gonna be getting questioned. I ain't about that life. I'm a big man. And the lizard guy's like, don't worry, go with them. Put his hand on them and everything. So he trusted them. That's what I'm only gonna do this for you. That's what he said. That's and that's what I don't know if I can forgive the lizard guy for that. It's a whole lot of forgiveness to do for that. What he did, he let my man die pretty much. He's worse than the villain in the movie because the way he let him die was just terrible. But yeah, let's talk about his abilities and all that stuff. His style, to me, he's probably the second best because when he was fighting the centipede, he was like he pretty much was winning the fight by himself. He didn't really need the last student guy to help, but you know that's what I liked about this film too. I don't like it when they make films where they're too equal. Where they make it too everyone's too equal. I saw one anime one time. What was that anime called? I think it was called X or something like that. Every fight was just they were just too equal. They both killed each other. All the characters were dope, but every fight ended with everyone just killing each other. It was like 8 against 8, and every time like they had a fire person and an electric person, they fight, they both kill each other off because they don't want to say which one's better. They just want you to be like, oh, they're all good. That's why I like the five deadly venoms. You know, you're gonna have some characters better, or even if someone's better, they might be better one day. Just because they beat you one day doesn't mean they're going to beat you another day. That's what you kind of get from the five deadly venoms. That's what you get from the five deadly venoms. So I like that kind of stuff. So it gives more realism. If Mike Tyson fights a certain person, like if he fights a certain person like 50 times, who's a big man boxer, it doesn't mean he's going to win all 50 times just because he beat him the first time. Muhammad Ali's a prime example of that. You whip him once, he comes back. You get me? So yeah, that's what I like about the five deadly venoms. And yeah, the lizard was definitely, I think, the second best. And apart from that shenanigan thing he did when he left my man, you know, he was good. He was good. Anyway, but I'm a bit biased because he's one of my favorite characters. Anyway,